Souls. Kel Gunter here from Soul Service Astrology. Welcome to your Soul Service Astrology update for the 15th of August 2022. I'm attempting to record this a little bit differently. So it's like I'm on the chart this time. Woo! So this is Monday's chart behind me right now. But if we haven't met, welcome, hello, I am Kel Gunter. I'm a 13-sign Sidereal astrologer. Now, you may never have heard of that. This is astrology matched with what you can see in the sky, astronomy. And I think that's really important that we're observing our sky and what is there, because that will then allow us to connect with our sky, step into that beautiful feeling state of awe, experience an essence of something bigger than ourselves, and tune into our imagination and allow ourselves to evolve and get bigger and go and experience the bliss and joy that is this glorious planet. That is 13-sign Sidereal astrology. Soul service astrology is a rerouting of astrological myth and practice into our ecology, letting the past inform the present, but not being dogmatic about how the astrology is interpreted or used. It is a rerouting in our ecology rather than uprooting ecological myth from the past and saying this is the way it shall be done. Soul service astrology is attempting to do things a new way and to create an astrological practice of interconnectedness with our environment, our sky, and ourselves so that we can continue to evolve and to tap into all parts of our mystical intelligence. So without further ado, let's check out what's going on in the skies for this week. So first of all, we have the 15th of August, and the first aspect that comes up that you should be able to use as a really great opportunity to expand into liberation is Pluto trine Mars. So Pluto in Sagittarius, if you've been playing along with me for a while, is the destructive liberator. So it is attempting to liberate us from really deeply subconsciously held beliefs, to take us back to joy and faith, because we can have those things. Now, it should be easy, that's what a trine is for you to start to direct your energy towards the things that mean the most to you, to start to have value-backed interests, value-backed focus. And it should be easy to clear out any obstacles in relation to that focus. So I would say this trine is really about not doing anything that doesn't feel aligned for you. And now I know that's a lot of words, but it could replace another way of saying it would be to replace setting boundaries. Sometimes that can come across as a bit hard, setting boundaries. So it's leaning into not doing anything that doesn't feel in alignment for you. And that might mean you have to shift a belief so that you can focus in on what's important for you. And this should be easy the beginning of the week on Monday. So let's move to Tuesday, the 16th of August. We have another trine. So last week with the full moon and the lead up to the full moon, it was pretty strong energy, right? So this week we have a lovely reprieve with this trine energy. And if that's the only thing you take out of me talking today, take that there is ease and flow available to you this week. And where could you lean in to things being easy and things flowing? So with that in mind, let's look at the Tuesday's aspect is Uranus trine Mercury. Uranus isn't that far away from the North Node either, but let's just look at the archetype of Uranus by itself. So Uranus is the visionary. In warrior, it's the visionary warrior. So it's the rebel with a cause. It's our why. What is the why we're focusing on? What changes do we wish to see and be? Now, it should be really easy to get our mind on board and to focus our courage and passion into that area this week. Isn't that awesome? Because I tell you what, there has been a lot of big energies around us making changes, shedding beliefs, systems and things changing. And now it's really easy to get our mind on board and to start to channel that courage into our passion, our creativity, and perhaps it might be coming out through the words that you speak and or write. It's that infusing of our vision into our message. And of course, it gets to be fun, fiery, and creative. That's the 16th. Let's take a look at the 17th. The 17th of August, we do have a square. We have Pluto, which is retrograde, square to the moon in Pisces. Now, this is only going to be, it's not a really significant transit, it's just one day. And I would encourage you on Wednesday, the 17th, to ensure that you're supported. And when I say supported, I mean lean into any practices that allow you to feel rested in the body, that allow your nervous system to come back to a neutral position. So things like meditation, walking in the bush, chanting, dancing, anything like that, to allow yourself to integrate into your body and embody any of these changes that perhaps occurred before the full moon last week. So it's taking a pause, really. That's what I'm encouraging you to do on Wednesday. It doesn't matter how long it is, but just take a pause. You are allowed. There's no additional significant aspects on Thursday, the 18th, and then we move into Friday, the 19th. And we have Jupiter retrograde, Trine, Pisces and Cancer, another Trine. And this Trine energy, you'll notice it sort of continues all week. So this is lovely watery. So we started the week with the Pluto Trine Mars, and it's a little bit more fiery and earthy Trine. And then we have the Uranus, the fiery Trine with down to Mercury here. And now we have the watery Trine. So this is where we get to expand more into that beautiful feeling of awe. We get to lean more into our mystical intelligence, our intuition. We get to play with our imagination. Imagination is the portal to your intuition. And we get to feel supported in this, and we get to integrate it and embody it into ourselves and to allow that to support us. So Venus is very much about the body and how we want to regenerate so that then we can make connections beyond ourselves. But in Cancer, it's very much about looking after our body, ourself, making sure that we are supported and nurtured, looking and examining our home. Are we in a safe environment? And then using that beautiful feeling of the element of water to expand into awe, to expand into the essence and the feeling of something greater than us. So this, I don't know if you can hear it or feel it, there's this energy happening this week where there's a lot of flow and ease around, and we can start to embody and integrate the changes that we've been called to do, the release after the full moon. And we do that through leaning in, taking action where we want to focus it to. We continue our practices, leaning into our mystical intelligence, our intuition, and making sure that we're channeling our vision through our message and our creativity. So that's just sort of a summary of that. Really, it's easy this week. If there's one mantra you could take into your week this week from this video, it gets to be easy. That's Friday the 19th. Let's look at Saturday and Sunday, so the 20th and the 21st. So first up on Saturday, we have Mercury moving into Virgo. So this is our mind, how we communicate, moving into Virgo. So Virgo is very much about our wellness, but also our contribution and service to others. So the mind may start to think more about, okay, am I looking after myself? checking in. How is the health of my mind? Am I finding the pause between the thoughts, or am I constantly thinking? And it can also start to think about, how am I using my skills to help others? How am I using my skills to contribute to the greater whole? So it's really a light aspect talking about Virgo there. Now, the reason why I'm noting this entry to Virgo, because in a few weeks' time, Mercury will go retrograde in Virgo. So pay attention to, over the next 2 and a bit weeks leading up to Mercury retrograde, as to if there's any learnings, because of course Mercury is also about the student and the teacher together. Are there things that we need to learn in relation to our health and our wellness and our service? So pay attention to those as well. So that's happening on Saturday, and then on Sunday we get Mercury and Neptune are opposite each other. Now, this is really the embodiment of the opposition that I see inherent in the archetypal energy of the zodiac. Virgo is the largest constellation in the sky, and Pisces is not that far behind it. And we're in the age of Pisces at the moment. So I kind of feel like there's a bit of a call for us to be stepping up into our mystical intelligence. That means to be embracing all parts of our intelligence. And importantly, I think that that's our intuitive intelligence, our body's intelligence, and our emotional intelligence, and our environmental intelligence. All the ones that haven't been privileged for a very long time, because we decided that we were going to privilege our analytical intelligence first. So that is the age that we're in. The astrological age is Pisces. So this opposition is playing out today. With Virgo, it's calling for us to be very much the human in this world, while still also tapping into those higher intellectual elements of us. And I call them higher now, but they didn't used to be. They used to be integrated fully within us and we didn't question them. But it's also calling for us to be very much human. And I know it feels like this seesaw energy. And of course, we have privileged the mind for a very long time. So how do we find that harmony between being spiritual and being human? That's when we do need to find the practices that we can ritualistically integrate into our day. Mercury is very much like the day-to-day. Virgo is very much the day-to-day, the service to ourselves, service to others. What are the daily tasks we do? Find things that you can integrate into your day that allows you to play with your other intellects, your intuition, your body, your emotions, the environment. Devotional practices that become little moments of bliss throughout your day, and those moments all add up, so that we come into this dynamic harmony of being very much human and very much spirit, and almost to the point where you won't know where it ends, and it shouldn't, right? It shouldn't. That's what fluid harmony means, that you come into this beautiful fluid harmony between the two of them. That might feel clunky to begin with, so you might feel like you're being more, I'm all more in my mind, or I'm more in my mystic. And if you're more in your mystic, then feel more into your mind, your teacher, your student, your storyteller, your message. If you're more there, then okay, I'm going to lean into there, and then try and play with it where you can find your fluid harmony between that oscillation. So if you heard what I was referring to there, we're in the age of Pisces, so we are needing to rebalance and come more into our mystical intelligences. So take notice of what your mind is telling you. Is it overworking? Then you need to lean more into your spiritual practices, the devotional practices, the practices that take you more into interconnectedness with our planet, interconnectedness with our solar system. Just listening to this will help you do that, of course. All right. That is all from me for this week. I certainly hope that you've enjoyed this week's update, and I look forward to talking to you next week. If you would like to work with me, I do birth chart evaluations. I also have a membership community called Eco Alchemy, and you can find that detail at ecoalchemy.org. Additionally, I am self-funding and self-launching, self-publishing, I guess that's what you would call it, the Soul Service 2023 Astrological Planner, and that is currently for pre-purchase. If you buy that planner, instantly, once you pay for it, you'll be taken to a website page where you can access a moon phase calendar up until 2023, a printout of the diary scheduling page, and access to a 1 hour long masterclass where I show you how to read your birth chart and how to personalize moon phase tracking for yourself. And you get that as soon as you buy the planner. So go and check that out at soulserviceastrology.com. That's it from me this week. I hope you have a glorious week, and I will see you next week. Bye.